making waters began producing years with spring through. In 1797, Moseley invented an ornamental cross-fishing school dance in London. The following year, Richardson made a nut and bolt manufacturing machine in the United States. Both machines can produce universal nuts and bolts until the 21st century. Both are widely used in construction machinery, industry, electrical appliances, automobiles, lamps, and other industries. Our bolt materials. The bolt materials produced by our company mainly include carbon steel, alloy steel, stainless steel, and special alloys, such as 45 steel, stainless steel 316, stainless steel 304, SAF 2205 2507, 40C, 42C, and more 500, more 400. About the dimension of the box, the diameter is M6 to M100. The length is 20 to 800, and so on. The application, our bolts mainly used in mining machinery, cooling tower, and other industry equipment. First, I introduced the ball mill bolts. The ball mill bolts has some widely application. Ball mill bolts are widely used in ball mills, cement mills, coal mills, and mine mills, including SAG mills, AG mills, and it's a material grade. They use 40 10.9 grade and 42 CRMO 12.9 grade, 35 CRMO 12.9 grade. Here are some pictures of the bolts. All the left is the worker measuring the length of the bolts, and on the left are some washers. Let's watch a video about the producing of the bolts. balls. Stainless steel balls generally refer to steel balls that are resistant to corrosion by air, water, acid, oxides, or other media. It has a widely application. They are mainly used for environmental protection equipment, medical equipment, power facilities, chemical industries, petrochemical industries, pump valve pipelines, and about the material grades. Our most commonly produced materials are stainless steel 304, stainless steel 316, SAF 202205 2507, and OK 500 and 400. There are some pictures of the stainless steel balls and some washers and nuts. The first group of pictures are stainless steel balls. They are very tiny, and the two groups of pictures are nuts and washers. The third group of pictures is their packages. All that is their certificate of the course. All the right is our both the medical analysis report. The material is more 500. Thanks for watching. If you have any inquiry about books, please send it to our email foreign@castings.com. We'd like to study your requirements and negotiate better prices. Please follow our shop on Amazon. I will bring you a more exciting life podcast in the near future. Next, welcome our colleagues.
Hello everyone, this is Spinner from EB China. In this part, I want to introduce our products, EB metal powders. Okay, you know EB China specializes in producing and selling all kinds of metal powders. If you are interested in the metal powders, you can follow our live show or email us, and we can offer you information. Okay, let's begin. This part will be divided into 4 different parts. The first one is Nico parts. The first one is Nico powder. The second one is aluminum powder. The third one is cobalt powder. The last one is cobalt powder. Okay, let's look at the part 1 Nico powder. On the left side here is a picture of Nico powder. You can see the color of Nico powder is gray. And on the right side there is a basic information about Nico powder. metal pigments is metallic nickel as the main component, including nickel powder and flat nickel powder. Nickel powder is distilled and purified. The flat nickel powder is made of high nickel powder. In the presence of a suitable lubricant and a liquid medium, is ground with a steel ball in a ball mill to form a flake of a suitable thickness. Okay, in this part, I want to talk about the basic information of nickel powders. The nickel powder's color is gray, and the nickel powder is irregular powder. It's easy to oxidize in moist air. And next, I will introduce the uses of nickel powder. Nickel powder can be used to prepare non-ferrous alloys, high temperature resistant, anti-oxidation materials, magnetic materials, and nickel powder can also be used as a hydrogenation catalyst for chemical reactions. And EV nickel powder will be packed with protective glass, lined plastic bags, clothes bags, and iron drums. Here are some photos of nickel powder and the package of nickel powder. The upper picture shows us the color of nickel powder. You can see the color of nickel powder is gray. And the lower picture shows us the package of EV nickel powder. The first one is carton, the second one is plastic bags, the third one is iron drums. If you purchase a large order, the metal powders will be packed with iron drums. You don't have to worry about whether the iron drums will be broken during the shipment, because we have a well-done after-sale system. If there are something with the shipment and the production, we will solve it. And there is a test report of nickel powder. You don't have to worry about the quality of EV metal powders, because we will show you a test report before the shipment. You can see the actual value of EV nickel powder. The nickel is 99.77%. The cobalt is less than 0.0809%. The oxygen is less than 0.13%. The sulfur is less than 0.01%. The cobalt is less than 0.001%. The ferrum is less than 0.001%. Okay, next part is alumina powder. So if you are interested in the EV nickel powders, you can follow our live show or email us. We are willing to answer your question. On the left side, there is a picture of alumina powder. You can see the color of alumina powder is silver white. On the right side, there is a basic information of alumina powder. Alumina powder, commonly known as silver powder, that is silver metallic pigment. A small amount of lubricant is added to pure alumina foil, crushed into scaly powder, and then polished. In this page, I want to introduce the feature of alumina powder. The color of alumina powder is silver white, and alumina powder can be used in paints, inks, and fireworks. The packaging of EV alumina powder will be packed with protective glass, lined plastic bags, clothes bags, and iron drums. Okay, there are the photos of alumina powder. The upper picture shows us the color of alumina powder, which is silver white. The lower picture shows us the package of EV alumina powders. The first one is plastic bags. The second one is iron drums. And there is a test report of alumina powder. You can see the actual values of EB alumina powders. EB alumina powders contains 99.9% alumina. So if you are interested in the Nico powder and alumina powder, you can follow our live show or email us. We can offer you more information. And the part 3 is cobalt powder. According to this chart, you will notice the cobalt powder is divided into two different parts, a pure cobalt powder and a cobalt alloy powder. The difference is that the cobalt alloy powder contains 40% zinc. In this part, there are two pictures of cobalt powder. You can see the color of pure cobalt powder and the cobalt alloy powder is different. So the pure cobalt powder is red, and the cobalt alloy powder is yellow. Next, I want to talk about the production process of cobalt powder. The production process of cobalt powder is divided into electrolytic method, atomization method, and reduction method. Now, the most used method is atomization. In this part, I want to talk about the feature of the cobalt powder. The color of pure cobalt powder is red. The color of cobalt alloy powder is yellow. Cobalt powder is widely used in powder metallurgy, diamond tools, thinning materials, electrical cobalt powder, heating conducting materials, conductive materials, welding materials, silver hard materials, friction materials, pharmaceutical and chemical industries. And EB cobalt powder will be paired with protective gas, lined plastic bags, cloth bags, and iron drums. And there are some photos show us a different color of pure cobalt powder and cobalt alloy powder. The upper picture is pure cobalt powder. You can see the color of pure cobalt powder is red. The lower picture is the cobalt alloy powder. You can see the color of cobalt alloy powder is yellow. Okay, there are two charts show us the analyzed result of pure cobalt powder and cobalt alloy powder. The first one is pure cobalt powder. You can see pure cobalt powder contains 99.9% copper and less than 0.018% ferro. The cobalt is less than 0.04%. The nickel is less than 0.005%. The sun is less than 0.001%. The magnesium is less than 0.03%. The cobalt is less than 0.02%. The zinc is less than 0.01%. The aluminum is less than 0.004%. The second one is the analyzed result of cobalt alloy powder. You can see cobalt alloy powder contains 60.02% copper, and the zinc is less than 39.83%. The ferro is less than 0.04%. The nickel is less than 0.05%. The sun is less than 0.01%. The aluminum is less than 0.03%. Okay, we just talked about the nickel powder, alumina powder, and the copper powder. If you are interested in these metal powders, you can follow our live show or email us. The the last part is cobalt powder. According to this picture, you can see the cobalt powder's color is green. And on the right side, there is a basic information of cobalt powder. The raw materials for the production of cobalt powder is cobalt oxalate. And this page shows us some features of cobalt powder. The color of cobalt powder is green, and the cobalt powder can be used as metallurgical products such as cemented carbide, diamond tools, high temperature alloys, magnetic materials, and chemical products such as rechargeable batteries, industrial blasting agents, rocket fuel, and medicine. And the packaging of EB cobalt powder is iron drums or plastic box. There are some photos about the cobalt powder and its package. You can see the color of pure cobalt powder is green. And the lower two pictures show us a package of EB cobalt powder, which is iron drums. And there is two charts to show us the size comparison table of powder. So if you are interested in different specifications metal powders, you can email us. We can offer you information. You know, in China also specialize in producing and supplying other metal powders. The first one is manganese powder. The second one is titanium powder. The third one is iron powder. The upper last one is germanium powder. The lower first one is magnesium powder. The second one is chrome powder. The last one is nickel powder. If you are interested in these metal powders, you can follow our live show or email us. We can offer you information and more pictures. Okay, let's have a feedback. We just talked about the nickel powder, alumina powder, copper powder, and cobalt powder. They have different features and different uses. The first part is nickel powder. You know, nickel powder is the color of nickel powder is green, and on the right side there is a basic information of the nickel powder. Metal pigments with metallic nickel as a main component, including nickel powder and black nickel powder. Nickel powder is distilled and purified. The black nickel powder is made of high